Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Last time, we took out Baphomet's daughter, who, in her desperation, summoned her father, and proceeded to fight us, and we eventually managed to push him back and gain a level and reach a new level of mythic power. However, unfortunately, he was still a demon lord and too much for us, till our erstwhile ally Noctula happened to come upon us and teleported in and started a war with his followers, killing Baphomet. Unfortunately, we also lost the hand of the inheritor. Baphomet ripped his heart out and teleported his body away. So we're left with just what remains. Everyone is exhausted, but we just survived an encounter with a demon lord, a feat few can claim. And we also reached another level of mythic power.
Time's not waiting.
So be prepared. Ivu's about to get bigger. So we'll start with our own. Azada. Let's see. What would help us most? Leading strike to get extra damage. Master Shapeshifter. Perfect Cavalry. Nah. Ivu is too useful to be used just as a mount. Ranging shots. The bigger they are. Unrelenting Asap. Anytime you become paralyzed, you become staggered. If you become nauseated, you become sickened, and you become sickened instead of frightened. So basically, if someone manages to rupture restraints. 3 times per day, you automatically dispel. Yeah, so rupture restraints. So anytime someone would hold me down, no. And we'll pick up Cacophonous Fall. Yeah, sure. Good Hope. You know what? Shield of Dawn. It just doesn't do that much. So, if I'm honest, freedom of movement. Then big spells. Song of Discord. Mind Fog. Wisdom checks and will saves. Hold Monster. Greater Command. Let's go Mind Fog into Hold Monster. Affected creature that takes a penalty as long as they remain fog, and for 2d6. Yeah. So Mind Fog and Hold Monster.
I know what to do.
And Ivu got a little stronger from that. Ivu is now level 28. What spells did they get? And their spell book has become... Yeah, they're up to 5. So now they have Cure, Critical Wounds, Debt Restoration. Apparently there's Meta Magic. They have a Meta Magic Quicken spell. Oh, gods. Yeah, that's really good, actually. Okay. Spell resistance. Wow. That's terrifying. Target gains spell resistance plus 12 equal to 12 plus your caster level. And her caster levels, yeah, that's ridiculous. Ivu's caster level is 28, right? Spellbook. No, 13. So they get a spell resistance of 25 for 13 minutes. That's the length of any fight, so Serenity. Wow. That's actually really good. Yeah, no, 5th level spells. Ivu's got some real good selections. Alright. Cowrin. Now, this is always interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking Last Stand. Yeah, Last Stand. Magic Nullification is also tempting, but I think Last Stand is still going to be far more useful. Yeah. So she'll be able to stand and take the damage. She gets upgraded Abundant Casting for more high-end spells.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Ranging shots. Yeah, so she can get up to 7. Yeah, set plus 7 to hit as she misses. Darren. Improved Abundant Casting.
The odds are against us. I like that.
Unrelenting Assault, yeah.
Commander.
Okay. So now our biggest issue is Darren is a dog. I don't have any scrolls that break curse, do I? Alright. Mass heal. Protection. Raise dead. Ray of enfeeblement. Slay living. Okay. Okay. I love that they give him a little dog.
I'll watch your back.
Okay. So yeah. Remove fear. Don't have a remove curse option.
Focus on the goal. As it
Well,
should be.
with everyone dead though, we can take a rest. Okay. That's at least tempting. Yeah, let's just take a rest. I'm astounded by your rates, sir. On what do you spend all your lucre? Hardly tobacco. You underestimate the quality of my tobacco, Count. When it comes to my few pleasures, I spare no expense. Of course. Took a day. Wow, excuse me. Voice crack pretty bad. Took a day. Let everyone feel better. We're more powerful than we were. And
That's not far.
alright. Because I remember seeing there's an athletics check
My
here.
skills were not.
Save the last one for me.
Because I saw this down here. Alright.
I will resist.
Alright. Ivu. Yep. Camellia.
I'll cut you wide open.
Don't even need to worry. And yeah,
Attack.
move up. Calran. That Darren take the shot. Wow.
I will see to your demise.
I'm surprised he made it. Okay.
Simply business.
Yep. And
Let's
yeah.
try this way.
Prepare yourself.
There we go. Spear and just some extra goodies.
In due time.
Sorry about that. Ugh.
All
Okay.
plan.
So. Alright. Nowhere else to go down here. Okay.
A trivial request.
I'll go ahead.
Alright. Suppose we can head back to the Nexus. And then then we should be able to find a way back to everyone else. And then head back to Galarian somehow. Alright. The body still smolders from the colossal blow of celestial powers inflicted by the trap laid by the hand of the Inheritor. So yeah, while we've been gone, the demons have been busy. Chips on the cobblestone indicate the portal was recently blocked. The place has been sanctified and protect the area around the corruption of the abyss.
That is not far.
And the... Unfortunately, the... Oof. Alright, Darren. Go ahead and prepare to start this off. Ruchelet.
Guide my hand.
Nice. Oh, right, that's... Just out of curiosity, what do I have the difficulty on? Okay, I still have it on normal. Okay, we'll move it up to slightly weaker. Alright. Ivu... Yeah, just... Well, for one thing, activates Frightful Presence. And then go ahead. Yeah. Ivu being as strong as she is. Hell of a bonus. Yeah, go ahead and weapon enhancement.
The spirits demand your blood.
Yeah, we should be fine for this. Greybore, go into Swift Study and go for it.
To cease.
There we go. What am I looking at? Calren, get into, is it martial stance, so she's good. Camellia. Go ahead and greater magic weapon your primary hand. Calren's and Greybore's. Then your armor. Alright. Okay.
I know what to do.
We're pretty tired,
In due
but...
time.
Well, we gotta make sure everyone's safe. This camp is under our protection, Our Lady in Shadow. Of Our Lady in Shadow. Begone, you filth! What? The Lady in Shadow? I spit on her! It's harder to spit when you don't have a head, isn't it? Over here! Help! Take us away from this awful place! Get off the barricade, you nitwits! We'll be good slaves! We're obedient, skilled! Take us and keep us! This is fine what I was upon us, brothers and sisters. Let us not disgrace the name of them. Let us die with honor. Or not die? Ugh. What? How could mortals be beating us back? Despair and our faith in the Inheritor lend us into battle. We do not fear death. Reflin Sorgium fought you, and we will do our part. Wow. Some backbone in him. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. You pursue us still, damned creatures. Know that we have not run, as we have nowhere else to run. What is this light inside of me? I feel power. Begone, wretched spawn. Ah, the Asimar women we saved. There's the flame strike. Their light's so bright. How do they do that? Their light is so bright. Get back. You're frightening me. I don't think you'll enjoy what happens next. Some kid's trying to intimidate us. It's a clip-off! The Devourers are here! Run! So what got here?
Be quickens.
Oh boy. Alright, folks. So, we get back to camp and Mythic Glabizu Wrecker. Yeah. They're pretty rough, but they have low AC. So, for now, protection from evil. Move up. Arushale. Let's... Black Bolt. Let's say, Aspect of the Falcon, move up. Ivu. Let's see. Nothing you particularly need to cast. Yeah. Yeah, don't need you to cast anything. You can go with power attack. Oh no, wait. You know what? Divine Favor. Buff up. Alright. From here. Only thing to cast is Bull's Strength. And move up. Greybore. Pick a quarry. Yeah, the Mythic. Alright. Calrin. Know your enemy. Succeed on their religion check and move up. Nice. Soul Reaver on them. Wheel of the Banshee. Nice. Yep, the Succubus guards are holding their own. Darren. Add. I guess just bless. Alright. Arushale. Yeah. Actually, Rangers bond and then move up. There. Ivu. Yep, start on the Mythic. Alright. Then for me, I'll take a burn to haste us all. And move
This will
up.
hurt.
Yep. Hopefully we can keep the slaves alive. Camellia. Let's see. Let's have you Battle Spirit and move up. Greybore. Yep. Swift Study and that Swift Study. Charge? Yeah, you can charge it. Perfect. Alright, another mirror image. Alright. Hang in there, Camellia. Leave him alone. Damn. Lost the one slave. We're trying to save as many people as we could. Alright, and since she knows, now it's just Calrin moving
Aim
into...
carefully.
Yep. Start to get damage on you. Camion Defiler. Alright. Resist energy. Break enchantments. Nah, go for a heal. Just to keep Camellia from hitting Last Stand. Okay. Arushale, yeah.
Make your peace.
Start with the mythic. Alright. Alright. Ivu. Yeah, because without the two big guys, the Wrecker sucks, but he can be worn down. Then from here, yeah.
A calculated risk.
Oof. Alright. Almost there. Yeah, and go ahead and Paragon of Battle. Burn it all. Alright. There and go.
Today's sacrifice.
Yep. Graybor, finish him off.
My way.
Nice. Yeah, he's scared. Yeah, he's terrified. Good on him. Means he's...
Forwards.
Yep, and Calrin will help with the Defiler. Yep. Darren... You know what? Go for Bone Shaker. Wow. And he failed the fort save, so he actually got some damage and knocked over. Okay, well, can't really complain.
I will resist.
Nice. Nice. Ivu. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I'll be there when he gets up. Alright. Same with... Camellia can help with the...
Go for their hearts.
Nice. And Graybor, look to finish him off. Nah. Yep. Yeah, he's terrified. Something that big is being that terrified of
Solid
us.
plan.
And there's Calrin, proving her worth ever as always. Why are you casting that on me? Oh well.
Prepare
just-
yourself.
Yeah, just move up, because he's going to keep running. Yeah. Because demons exist in a state of perpetual self-interest. So the idea of sacrificing themselves for a greater cause is not something ever to be expected. Not sure why you guys are starting to cast Deep Slumber on everybody. It ain't working, but whatever. Alright.
Simply business.
Yep. Alright. Nice. Man, when the Gobleezer wants to run, fucking hell, nothing can stop him. And we have haste and we're struggling to keep up with this big bastard. Yeah, sure is. Everyone's like, dude, watch him run. Gotta give Darren some respect. When he wants to book it, he can. Yeah. Luckily, that's a dead end, so it's not like he's getting anywhere really by running, but he's running terrified, so. Even Ivu's struggling to keep up with him. Damn. Oh, he's... Ivu's fearful presence. Basically, he just saw a big fuck-off dragon and ran terrified. They're expecting to bully some innocent, like, small humans. The commander of the crusade showed up with a dragon that's bigger than ever. They're fucking terrified.
It's your time to exist.
Alright. That's as far as he can get, so... Yeah. Yeah, that's as far as he gets, so we've cornered him, so now we just gotta finish him off. Again, I didn't realize how far Darren could run. Alright. Yeah, like, he's got barely anything left. What, 36 HP? Yeah. It is literally just that he's terrified and he can outrun us. And true to life, I'm the slowest one in the party. Alright.
You're in my way.
Focus on
There we go.
all according to plan.
Alright. Yeah, a good proc of that marching terror can do wonders. And I was wondering who we're protecting these mortals from. Victory! No one dares defy the word of the Lady in Shadow. How are you doing? I can't believe we're saved. Those monsters were so horrible.
As it should be.
Let some demon take me as the servant. Okay. Okay. Defiler. Nice. What terrifying creature, but we prevailed. Taste cold Galarian steel. Alright, anyone else got anything on them? How are the ASMRs doing? Yep.
In due time.
Alright. Alright. So we saved everyone in the Nexus.
All according to plan.
And now we need to find a way back. Alright. Ulbrig. You're met by happy cheers. The inhabitants of the camps watch you, their eyes sparkling with joy. It feels as though they might mob you just to have a chance to touch you. What happened here? A furious succubus, clad in battle armor, exclaims, "Those who whelps dared to defy Our Lady in Shadow and threaten those under our protection. We've shown them the errors of their ways." Awe is written on the faces of the Galarian slaves you freed from bondage. One of the slaves, a young man with sharp features and a bad leg, bows deeply. "I don't believe my eyes. You've returned. We thought you had perished in the abyss and said your name in our prayers every day, though we didn't believe you would ever reach the gods. But they listened and they answered. When the portal first opened, we thought it was the end. But then we realized the demons were even more frightened than we were. Something was chasing them, driving them forth. We met them in battle and held firm against their devastating assault, and then you appeared and saved us all." When did you manage to build an entire camp? A young Galarian, whose neck still bears the marks of his slave collar, looks at you in confusion. 6 months have passed since you disappeared. What were we to do? Return to Alshanera and hold our hands to be shackled again? Never! So we decided to settle here and start a village. We hunted, we kept quiet, and no one bothered us until today. How could so much time? 6 months. It seems only a couple days for us. Jorgis taking a deep breath, Jorgis cautiously observes. I can smell the ravenous winds that tormented you. When Mother made me plunge into the depths of Ishtar, I heard their howling through the water. You've been inside a hurricane, haven't you? That was no storm, but a living creature, nameless and unwanted even by the abyss. Its squall rips apart time itself, turning it into dead sand. You thought you struggled with the element for hours, but many months have passed for those around you. The Aasimar casts a piercing look at you. The abyss is treacherous. Perhaps it lured you into a trap where time does not fly like an arrow, but instead falls slowly like shifting sands. By the way, what happened to the portal to Al-Shanara? The commander of Noctula's squad moves forward to speak. Our Lady in Shadow ordered us to destroy the rat holes used by Hepzibah's servants. We blocked the portals with rubble, and now we keep a close watch on them. You are true heroes. I'm proud of you. Time to return to Galarian and strike the demons there. The survivors greet your word with elated cries and look of faith and adoration. I do have a question about that battle. The light you used to burn those demons, what was it? We have no answer. We did not know we were capable of anything like that. When we found ourselves in the abyss, we thought heaven had abandoned us. But then you gave us a second chance, and so we prayed. Our faith grew, and we knew the beacon of hope burns even in the darkest hour. And as we were about to accept death rather than be enslaved again, something sparked inside us. Heaven still remembers us, and its power awakened within our blood. Hey, kid, Jorgis, explain when you grew the tentacles? The boy forces himself to speak but avoids eye contact. I've never killed anyone before, but I knew I could do it. Whatever it was reached out to me in the depths of Ishtar. It found me interesting. I can't say what happened down there, but I'm no longer just a half-blood demon. I'm something else. Perhaps there is now darkness within me, a darkness demons called Qlipothic? These creatures, the Qlipoths, existed before demons, but they were expelled into oblivion. But that did not destroy them, as they were oblivion. They're still here, and they call to me. You know the denizens of the abyss, who moments ago bravely fought against the remnants of Hepzibah and watched Jorgis warily and give him a wide berth. Arushale flinches as if about to leap away from the boy. The Qlipoths? Enemies of demons since time immemorial. When they come, death reigns. The succubus looks at Jorgis as if he was a venomous creature, but the fear in her eyes gives way to shame. Forgive me, it's not your fault. Most of mortals view me the same way, as nothing but a monster. It was wrong of me to say that. Could your powers be the result of your mother's experiments? Mother was interested in the things hidden in the depths, in the places undisturbed by moonlight. I do not know what it is. Whatever it was that touched me doesn't have a name, because names are alien to it. Are you sure you're ready to go with me to Galarian and start a new life? Jorgis is silent, looking at you intently. There is a hint of fear in his eyes. At last, he gives you a hesitant nod. Is this going to be a journey? I've never been on a journey before. Talk to the pleasure slaves whimpering on the sidelines. We need to discuss your behavior. Their faces, once beautiful, are now red and swollen with tears, turn to you. You are pathetic, pampered cowards. Do you have any idea how insignificant you are? The slaves tremble in fear, tears streaming from their eyes. Forgive us! We've angered you. Please forgive us! Do you want me to let you go? Their faces show a glimmer of hope. Yes, please. Good demons will take us away, and we'll serve them. Please them. Please, let us leave this terrible place. Fine. Leave and do with your lives as you wish. Thank you. Thank you so much. The slaves nod happily and wander around, but they do not appear to be leaving. It seems they neither have a plan nor a leader. Fine. I take it you're tired of waiting for me. Sela observes the battlefield and nods in satisfaction. Reflem Sorgin, I am glad to see you, and I'm sure we'll spend many hours around the campfire sharing stories the last few months. But now we must help the wounded. Alright. So.
I'll go ahead.
Alright. With those who will be coming with us and those staying behind. I imagine the pleasure slaves will be picked up by
As it should be.
will be picked up by... Oh.
The commander found herself in a Lashinira, the very heart of enemy territory. Much to her credit, she managed not only to pique the interest of the Lady in Shadow, but to defeat Baphomet himself. But after these adventures, does she still remember Galarian and wonder about its fate?
Oh, definitely. But, well, if nothing else, we managed to secure and understand that the crystals that create the mythic demons won't be a problem moving forward, as Baphomet and neither Baphomet nor... Alright. Alright. We've arrived back in this... Yep. So, we did fail a quest of Endgame is now. So now our new quest, the Secrets of Creation, the treasure this is where last time we can do the Treasures of Midnight Isles. We'll end after this chapter. The Way Back, find a way to Dresden, the City of Locusts, find Mustafan. Yep. More than nothing. Yep, we need to do Nenio's quest. Alright. And Finian's Awakening. Yep, wait for an opportune moment. Endgame. Develop all aspects of the crusade to maximum, capture all areas of the world wound.
I am prepared.
So we have quite the quest ahead of us. Alright. Ivu, how you holding up? Oh, sorry. Hold up there, War Chief. We need to talk. Ulbricht's eyebrows are furrowed in a grim expression. You can hear a barely restrained hostility in his voice. Before we head back to the mortal world, you owe me an explanation. An explanation for what exactly? You know what, don't be playing fool to me. Is this what it's come to? You got the whole army following you, and not into the forest to pick mushrooms, no, to war against the Oglins. Our bands walked through fire for you. We came to this magic land, right into the jaws of the Fiend Queen, and now it turns out you two have been in cahoots the whole time. And if that wasn't bad enough, who do we run into at the court? The Elu bloody Vorlesh! Our Erlbrig spits on the ground. And with that nasty little smirk on her face, the vermin tells us we've been dancing to her tune the whole time. And she's got our whole crusade wrapped up in that you, War Chief, are a creation from top to toe, like a puppet on strings. And all these powers of yours, the powers you passed to me... Ulbricht's hands curl over his chest as though he wants to tear the mythic powers out of his body, are nothing but foul and sorcery. I trusted you. I called you War Chief, and now it turns out this whole campaign is a lie. Some twisted mirage cooked up by a sorcerer. That's right. You trusted me. I haven't failed you before, and I won't do it now. Now those are the words of a war chief. Only question is, can you back 'em up with action? Or is it all just hot air? Look me in the eye and tell me, how are you planning to continue this here crusade? Now that you know the truth of that cursed witch's schemes, why should I, or any of your warriors, follow you one step further, or have faith in your victory? Let's see. Winning this war is my destiny? No. We could just as well fail and fall on our sword. This army is built on trust, so I'm not going to justify myself to you or anyone. If any crusader doesn't trust me, they can go. But I have faith in my soldiers, and I know most of them will follow me to the end. Arilu has given me the power to destroy her. I will annihilate the demons with their own weapon. I've led you to one victory after another since you joined me. Yes, what Arilu said is a heavy blow, but under my leadership, we've suffered worse and survived. I don't know what to tell you. No, remember, we have the Free Crusaders. What have we done? We have always trusted our people. This army is built on trust. I'm not going to justify myself. Albert gives you a long, hard stare. You don't look away. At last, he nods. I trust you. Forgive me for what I said, War Chief. Very spells and trickery and sorcery can be damned. I'll be behind you to the very end. He lays his hand on his heart and bows his head. Yeah. We're not going to command or order their loyalty. We're going to earn it. That's what we've done, and that's what we've always done. We're back on Galarian again. Will Desna keep you safe now? No. Her gift did not come back. She's not going to rescue me from danger anymore, but I'm not afraid. I'm no longer alone. I have allies who won't let me die. I have friends now. How are you doing? Okay. He's alright. Alright. Sure is. It's my first time on another plane. I feel like a stranger here, but I feel like a stranger everywhere. How are you holding up, Ember? Alright. Alright. And Woljif. Do you want to talk to me about what happened at the mansion? You mean how I turned down an amazing magical power because of you? I'm kidding. I rejected my own free will. You know, Chief, I've never met anyone like you. I should be laughing at myself and you and the way we worked everything out, but I don't want to. What would I do in the abyss? I just keep hanging out with scumbags and traitors, thinking I'm one of them. But with you, I've been places, seen things, good and bad things, and things I'd never even thought about before. Sister Kirstame used to tell others to tell me to grow up and act like an adult. Maybe this is it? I seem to have made a choice, the most important one in my life. I don't know who I am yet, but I'm definitely not a street rat and urchin anymore. Just don't call me a crusader. I've never respected them, and I still don't. You're the exception. Okay. So. Like this portal. Yeah. How you holding up, Socio? Okay, so we know this way isn't out. Because they blocked that up. Well, have to find some way out of here. How you holding up, lad? And how are you feeling? If you mean my health, I'm good as new. If you mean my head, it's empty now, almost back to normal. I've forbidden myself from thinking about the Savalamek and the mongrels. If I do, I'll go crazy. Life is an amazing thing. You tried so hard to avoid what you're afraid of, and it gives you exactly that. I've always been afraid of being helpless, and now here I am. Now I'm here, and my tribe's somewhere else, and it's unclear who I'll find when I return to them. I was afraid of being useless to a comrade in a moment of peril, and, of course, that's exactly what happened. Well, you know every cloud has a silver lining. I've been looking for my calling in life in this crusade, and I found it. It's my duty to protect my tribe, and so Savalamek that he has no power over us, no matter what it costs me. Maybe what I do will have no impact on the wider struggle, and it's not like anyone cares about mongrels, but my fate is bound to my tribe. I'm sure Sol will make a cave drawing about it, and I'll be remembered as a very heroic stickman. Alright. Play with a switch just because I can. Something I missed? Interesting. Alright. Yeah.
I am helpful, am I not?
Nice. Oh. We were just waiting on Camellia to... Okay. Huh. There's weapons here that I'm sure we looted before. Yeah? What could possibly... Oh. Oh. Another way back to here. So we made a long loop. Where? But... holds the potential of maybe another exit? To the abyss? Oh, right, while we're here, actually. Let's get everyone's mythic ranks up. So, extra mythic ability, greater enduring spells.
Concentrate. Becoming the distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Ulbrig. Got extra weapon focus claw and then unrelenting assault.
Ready
Yeah.
for anything.
Okay. And
I know what to do.
Nenio picks up Conjuration, Elemental Barrage,
Mistakes.
Ember picks up Greater Enduring Spells, and Improved Abundant Casting. So more spells for her. Walgif, Weapon Focus on Daggers, and Last Stand, actually.
Time's not waiting.
A caster with Last Stand. Not bad. Lan, Point Blank Shot Mythic, and Ranging Shots,
Focus on the goal.
and Sela, Vital Strike, and Unstoppable.
I know what to
Okay.
do. No mistakes.
Alright. Let's see where we end up. See if we can't find a new hidden location.
That is not far.
Yeah. Because this was
In due time.
where we ran into the succubi. Oh, right. You know what? We're in a bad spot, and we shouldn't try this. Is he still there? Because there's an enemy here that is absolutely goddamn ridiculous. Yeah, he's still there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Playful Darkness. 31 a 31 hit dice enemy at 712 HP. Fast healing 10, an AC of 64. 56. Like, this guy is basically just an optional super
Ready
boss.
for anything.
Oh, what the hell. Let's see how bad this goes. Alright. Let's see. Serenity. Okay. Couldn't get the spell resistance piercing. Oh well. Move up. Of course.
I'm wounded.
Yep. And a ravenous greater shadow. Alright. Go ahead and Ranger's Bond. Take a shot.
Desna, guide my hand.
Yep. Okay. Darren. Alright. Camellia. Yep. And go.
You wide open.
Yep. Yeah. Greybore. Yeah, go for the There we go. Alright. I still have last stand, so I'm good for a bit.
Let's try this.
Yeah. He's rough. Yeah, Playful Darkness. Oi. Notice he hasn't actually taken damage yet. Alright. Any chance? Succeeded. Nice.
Calm down. Not
Yep.
dead yet.
Ivu. Go ahead and cure Light Wounds Mass. Yeah. Yep. Poor Ivu.
I'm wounded?
Yeah.
Make your peace.
Yeah. Yeah, his AC is ridiculous.
I will resist.
Alright, Darren. Cure critical wounds, mass. There we go. Camellia, go ahead and Evil Outsider Bane.
The spirits demand your blood.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this guy's just a super boss. You have to...
Simply business.
Yep.
It's your time to cease to exist.
And... go ahead for
This
the...
will hurt.
Yeah. It's hard to hit him even on his regular AC. Go ahead and myth it. Arcane Strike. Yep. Oh yeah, channel damage would, but I want the healing. So that's why I use Cure Critical Wounds instead. Alright. Yeah, just keep at him. Poor Ivo. Yeah, this boss is just... This is just a super boss. Like, we've done a grand total of 10 hit points to him. He's re-damn-diculous. Let's see. Yeah, instant enemy.
Prepare yourself.
There we go, there's some hits. Yeah. Alright, Darren, go ahead and heal up me. There we go. Alright, Camellia. Yeah, get bigger. And yeah, we'll turn off Keen Spirit enchantment. Yeah, so we're good there, and yeah. Alright. Go ahead, quarry it. Make sure Swift, Study, Sickening Critical. Yeah, no. And just move it.
in my way.
Alright. From here... Alright. Let's do... Second Breath. Wow. Good Hope. Alright. Help buff everyone. Alright, Calvin. Yep, go for it. Yep, that AC is rough to hit. Alright. Six attacks. Yeah, that's rough. And now comes... Yep. Yeah, and his attacks dispel bless and that kind of thing. Alright.
Desna, guide my hand.
Yeah, no. Okay. And Darren... Yeah, so I still have time, but... Yeah, Inspiring Recovery. Alright. Alright. She's got her buff. Monstrous Humanoid.
You are today's sacrifice.
Yeah. Yep. And you can say, well, you should just be trying to,
Your chance.
Yeah, I know the easy answer is to say, well, just have you, you should bring Dispel to this fight. Okay. Yeah, my best bet really is just working on the touch attacks, which actually begs the question. Alright. Calvin can just keep swinging. Because even worst case scenario, she's hitting for some damage. Yeah.
Am I at my limit?
Alright. Alright. Again, make sure quarry. Alright. Alright. From here... Not really. Most of the summons don't have enough HP to really tank through this. Okay. go ahead and get this up. Then Camellia. What I'm thinking, actually, is her Creeping Doom. Let's see if the bugs can do some work here. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, the bugs can hurt him.
Simply business.
Wow. Okay. And he's a melee attacker, so the bugs shouldn't be one-tappable by him.
This should do it.
Yeah. And even with all my SR, I'm still struggling to push through him. Still. Alright.
Pain is excruciating.
Alright. And yeah. Alright, instant enemy.
Make your peace.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, this guy's a monstrous humanoid, not demon, so Arushale's specialty isn't here. Huh. Okay, let's try his bones. Eh, he made the save, but that's still damage. Let's see. For now, actually Thorn Body. Should have cast that a while ago. For swarms. Alright.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Nice. Hey! Unfortunately, we hit our own bugs with that, but...
Let's try this way.
that one. Of course. Calrim. Yeah, just keep... yeah. We're actually surprised. We're actually holding up. I'm impressed. Alright.
I will resist.
Yeah. Hey, got a hit in, finally. Alright. Go ahead and... okay. Alright. And... at this point... yeah, I guess the other thing we can cast is... Hampering Hex. Made the will save, oh well. It was worth a shot at the very least. But he's still... that lowers his resistances.
You're in my way.
Time's not.
And we got him! Hard to believe. Oh, he did have a Swarmbane clasp. Oh well. Let's see, Potion of Blur, Mind Blank, Strength +4, Intelligence +4, yeah.
As it should be.
Alright. Yep. Alright. Manual of Quickness of Action +2. This thick tome contains tips on coordination and balance, but entwined within the words is a powerful magical effect. Anyone who reads the book permanently gains +2 to dexterity. There's your real reward. Wand of Cure Moderate Wounds. Alright. So yeah, you can fight him prior to doing Alshanara. I don't suggest it. Come back and do this guy. And poor Ivu, We keep them around for a reason. Scroll of Raised Dead. There we go. And turn off artificial intelligence. Alright.
I know what to do.
Alright. So yeah.
Ready for
And a bunch of the new spells. What is it? Not mine. Moral support. No, what was it? A hug? Yeah, I can clear that. Song of Courageous Defender. Freedom of movement, moral support. This function, except the. Oh, wow. Hold monster, yep. And mind fog. Sudden squall, second breath. Good hope, and courageous defender again. Let's see. Friendly hug. Removes negative levels. Here you go, Ivu. Let me hug you. There we go. And then from there, Darren. We didn't use too many of your channels in that fight, so. One more. And then Ivu can get a couple of cure criticals, and we're back up. Because Ivu tanked it like a champ. Yep.
time's not waiting.
Alright, so we took out a major threat. And that puts us really damn close to 17. Ooh, I took a bunch of negative levels too. Friendly hug. Hug myself. After all, that's the only kind of hugs I ever get.
In due time. No
Yep.
mistakes.
Loot. Nope, don't have anything for there.
All according to plan.
Alright. I say nothing else over here. Okay. So yeah,
Go ahead.
that is an optional super boss fight that just exists because you can. And yeah, can't get down that way.
As it should be.
But yeah, so for those who are curious about those kind of fights, you will get second chances on super bosses. So be prepared. Alright. Okay. So let's see. Down here. Here we go. There's a magical barrier. One we couldn't pass before. And this will lead us back to Dresden. Alright. How bad is our city going to be? We heard that that Gulfrey couldn't keep the army together anywhere near as well as I could. No surprise, she's way too strict and demanding. But there's order that needs to be kept, and there's order where you don't need to keep it. Kind of like combining matter and antimatter. There'll be an explosion if you don't handle it correctly. But if you can use both, well, you can find quite many uses for things.
In due time.
And down here. Oh, someone there. Somebody raiding corpses. We're back up beneath the barracks. Yeah. Someone looting in my city that isn't me? Well, we're gonna have to take care of that.
I'll go ahead.
Alright. How bad is it? I can take it. We open the door to find... Yep. Welcome to the reconquest of Dresden.
Draw the first blood.
Luckily, being freshly tempered after dealing with all this...
Prepare yourself.
Yeah. After all we've been through on the other side, you should be used to this by now. Your people should be honed like a well-oiled machine. Alright. Camellia. How many negative levels did I see on her? 14! Good gods. Okay, I'll be surprised if she
Go for
hits.
their hearts.
Yeah, no wonder she was missing. Alright. I'll start on the Volkai. There we go.
A calculated risk.
Ivo. Bard running going, fucking dragon! The others are like, what?
Forwards.
There we go. Critical for 95 because she barely set up for it. Alright. You want to go after the Bard? Hey, hello. Ruchelet. Yep. Move over. Get in the sniping position. Ow. That's good. Damn it. Okay. Should've... Alright. Well, first things first. Camellia. Greater Restoration. Because, my gods, I didn't realize it was that bad. 14 negative levels. Wow. Let it speak volumes of how tough that woman is that she survived, that she still got that. Alright. Yo, jack-offs, over here. Ivu? Yep. Meredith goes, fucking dragon! And runs away.
Victory.
Really? Yeah, the Cambion Bard is just kind of... Alright, shitting himself. Calrin, of course, can move up. Innervation. Alright. The Galu Warmonger is the biggest threat here.
Guide my hand.
Yeah. He can do the most damage output. The Merilith can hurt, but she's just as likely to have her swords bounce off our armor. Nice. And of course he goes after her. Karen does also have... But she only needs a regular restoration, so... And in the meantime... Bone Shaker him. One more. Yep. Camellia.
I'll cut you wide open.
Gods, without her negative levels. She only needs a fucking 15. Oh well. Alright. I'm going to revive... Yeah. I should be able to revive Grey Boar. There we go. Ivu. Yeah, the Warmonger. There it is. Yeah, and the Marilith fucking runs going fucking dragon. Calrin, finish him off.
Solid plan.
Alright, poor Grey Boar. Move back to go get healed. I'm sorry, that is my fault. I didn't realize how bad that was going to be for you. So yeah. And now everyone else is running away, yelling fucking dragon. Alright, Ranger's Bond. And... yeah, heal up. Oop. There we go. And... yeah, aside from that, we're pretty good. Alright, Camellia. And finally, okay, I'll take a burn to get us hasted up. Okay, now let's go end this.
What a find.
Yep, Ivu. There we go. That was the Bard, so now that's left is the Dominator and the Marilith. Marilith is still terrified, fucking dragon. Calrin.
Attack.
Yeah. Alright, you'll get them. And yeah. Grey Boar. Yeah. Just have you move up. And go for it. Got them knocked over. Perfect. Arushale. And they're on the ground. Yeah. Darren. Calrin's the one. Calrin still has some negatives, so we'll do another restoration on her. There we go. Negative levels, but still have some strength damage left. Camellia.
The spirits demand your blood.
There we go. That's the Camellia I know. Alright, I'll finish off the Dominator. There we go. Ivu. Alright.
Aim carefully.
And, yep. Grey Boar, help.
Simply business.
Yep. Of course, nat ones. Okay.
I will resist.
Alright. Darren. Just move up. And... in all truth, just channel. Just to top everyone up. Camellia,
You
yeah.
are today's sacrifice.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Let's try this way.
And Ivu's big enough, you can attack over everyone. And the Marilith has nowhere to go. Screaming fucking dragon. There we go. And ends on the 150 crit.
As it should be.
Hey! Here's a friendly face. A slight figure slinks out of the shadows. Hold it. State your names or my archers will shoot you where you stand. The voice is familiar. You don't even have to guess. Hey, Nevia, it's you! Commander? Anivia visibly fights her desire to pull you into a hug. Ha! I bloody knew it! I told him you'd all come. I've got some winnings to collect. She gleefully punches the air. I thought it was you the second I thought you. You know what? Let's go talk somewhere more suitable. Let's go. But I gotta warn you, the news ain't good. No surprise. Anivia waves a hand in the direction of the camp. There you have it, Commander, our temporary camp. It's embarrassing to have to show you how things turned out, but now we're gonna do something about it. What happened to Dresden while I was gone? Anivia folds her arms. Things were quiet at first, you know? As quiet as they were when you were here, I mean. The Queen took hold of the reins, but she wasn't going to go against your wishes, so she kind of left everything as it was. She just told everybody to hold on, that you'd be back soon. Things carried on like that for 6 months. Right. So, 6 months passed. What happened next? So, listen, 6 months, that ain't nothing, you know. After a while, we realized that that maybe you wouldn't be coming back. The Queen was real cut up about it. She was always praying to Ayomede, asking for her counsel. One time I overheard her blaming herself for sending you to the Abyss. But you know our Galfrey, she's laid plenty of friends to rest in her life. If she called off the crusade after every death, we'd have lost to the demons long ago, right? That sounds like my dear cousin, mutters Darren. If we encounter her while she's still amongst the living, may I be the first to greet her, arms outstretched, asking if she missed me. So, Galfrey pulled herself together and made a decision to push forward before the demons recovered from their last defeat, to go on the attack before they thought of doing the same to us. You were declared dead, see. We did things properly, though, threw you a big funeral feast and everything. Everybody was bawling their eyes out, even Beth shed a tear for you. Queen took the Sword of Valor, but she left the Wardstone here, and a detachment of soldiers to guard it. She said anybody who wanted it could stay, but that they should know one thing. You weren't coming back. I wanted to go with Beth. At first, I even started packing my stuff. But then I realized I couldn't do it. I just kept thinking, you're my commander. We've been through so much together. So I told Beth all this, and she said to me, stay, I know what you're feeling. I know your love is with me, but if the commander comes back and finds no one here, she'll lose faith in us. You failed to persuade Queen Galfrey you should retain... Okay. I miss her like crazy, but I'm grateful as well. She's bound by her oath to the Queen, seeing as how you're not commander anymore, but she gave me the freedom to do what my heart told me. I'm not here on my own, you know. There's a whole gang of us, a ragtag crew for sure, but we're all united. We're all fighting for you, except less than a week after Galfrey left with the army, the demons had us in a pincer movement. Orangofta on one side, and that fat hog on the other, on the other side, that bitch Aponovicus. There ain't many of us, and our blessed cleric from Canabras just took off recently, heading for who knows where. He said he had a dream about some gal and some fella called Mustafan, and there was a waterfall... So the population of Dresden has been evacuated. Yeah, the Queen got as many people out as she could. Those who agreed to go, that is. Even the dungeons were emptied and the prisoners evacuated. I did hear that somebody might have escaped to Nerosian, but I didn't ask for details. It wasn't our problem anymore. And what about the mongrels? Nivea grimly shakes her head. Deserted, they did. I didn't see that coming, I admit. No, we're good people, strong. There were no signs anything was wrong, but one night they all just got up as one and left. The guards at the gate tried to stop them. Fat lot of good that did. The mongrels slit the guards' throats and vanished into the wound. Nobody knows what happened to them, but there have been rumors. Alright, we've covered recent history, but what's happening right now? It's all hands on deck here. The White Devil's squad is holding on in the tavern, and Hylor's in the dungeons. And the storyteller, he had some vision about you and the Queen. He took off running, saying he needed to touch her things to find out where she is. If she's in dire straits, we need to go and help her once we deal with things here. And Captain Selkind, remembered him? Was given the boot by his superiors. He wasn't getting along with them, and so they tossed him out on his ear. And get this, the guy walks right out through the city gates, pack on his back, heading west like he's going for a stroll. The dumb fool. Where do you think he went? I can't tell you where, but I can tell you who. He saw enough searching for his beloved Sarkorians. It's a damn shame we lost him, too. We could use another decent officer around here, bloody amateur archaeologist. Well, he didn't deserve to be treated like that. Selkin's a good man. Got that right. I hope he's still alive. If you come across him, tell him to come back, will you? Maybe Selkin's career ain't over yet. Right. And where did the Queen go exactly? Has there been any word of her attack? Nevia shakes her head. She didn't say anything to those who were staying behind, in case the demons got their claws on us, you know? They could force information out of us. I don't know if what the storyteller saw was a dream or a vision, but he just dashed off towards the Citadel. Said he was going to hold on some of Galfrey's things and find out where she was heading, because the commander would be back soon and would be asking about it. That's the last I heard from him. He's been gone half the day. Okay, so he heard all the news probably from Noctula herself. So, okay. I've heard better news. What are we going to do? Nuvia furrows her brow. Now that you're here, there's only one thing we get for it. We gotta win. But to do that, we gotta hit him with everything we got. One and done. Here's what we'll do. You head for the Citadel and send everyone who's manning outposts in the city back to me. I'll get a squad together. We'll meet up at the Citadel and sock it to him in one final punch. And one more thing. Remember the Bell of Mercy, the relic you returned? You'll be walking right past it. Make sure to give it a good whack to make all the demons' eyes pop out. At least give us a fighting chance. I heard it's good at frying scum of all kinds. Well, time to do my duty as the commander again. Yes, ma'am. And don't worry about your pals from the Fane. I'll get them here in one piece. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dresden went to shit while we were gone. Of course it did.
I hope you appreciate this.
Alright.
In due time.
So, best thing we can do first, supplies sufficient for a short rest. Nah, we're still relatively good position, honestly. Save the supplies. This is basically the reconquest of Dresden. It'll be harder this time, though. The Sword of Valor isn't here, so demons will be able to pop up around every angle. So there's no just getting to it and shutting this down now. We're gonna have to fight this tooth and nail, folks. Be ready, because now the demons are going to be playing for keeps. There's no easy coverage either. No chance of a hand of the Inheritor helping us.
I'll go ahead.
We've been stripped of all the easy answers. Now it's all in our hands. Luckily, my hand is wrapped around a blade of pure goddamn lightning. So, let's start cutting some throats.
As it should be.
Alright. Secure every inch of Dresden once more. We've done it before, we'll do it again. We don't have an army at our back this time, but... Look! It's the commander! She's back! Now we're sure to hold Dresden! Yep.
In due time.
It's one of the biggest failings of Galfrey as a leader is she's all too capable of...
The last one for me.
She repeats her same mistakes too often. She's too logical, too stuck in her ways. So, we'll have to make up for that.
Prepare yourself
Luckily, we've got some experience handling this. And even if the power was given to us by a Rilu Vorlesh, well, the power is still ours to work with. And, never forget, bigger dragon means bigger breath. Alright, quick study.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Yep. Okay. And... yeah, I'll start... and get us all hasted again. Alright. And move up to the big guy. In the meantime... Calrin... yeah, me and Calrin will take big boy.
A solid plan. Attack!
Yep. Darren, move up. And give us a quick prayer. Alright. Ooh, got a single sneak attack on her. Alright. Oh, and she just... oh, that's what she did. She did a dispelling strike. Okay. That's what she's after. Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah, go for Righteous Might.
Go for their hearts!
Yep. Yep. Keep swinging, buddy. I wonder. We'll have to see on different playthroughs. I'm still deciding on who else will be next. But that'll be for a later time. After all, we've still got plenty of other things to work on.
Desna, guide
Yeah.
my hand!
The Merilith. Ivu. Nice. Greybor, if you'd be so
You're
kind.
in my way.
Nice.
Your chance.
And now I take the hit. Mirror images. Alright. Calrin, yeah, your arcane strike.
Aim carefully. No contest.
Yep. Ah, that 147 crits. Ah, I love them so much. I think her record is still 209, but still, that is nothing to sniff at. Just do protection from evil. Then that.
I'll cut you wide open.
Nice. Yep. Unfortunately, now we have to wait around until he gets back up. So, in the meantime, go ahead and do Aspect of the Falcon to refresh that and move over. Ivo, just wait. What you can do in the meantime... cast a healing spell. Cure critical wounds on... well, I'm the only one with any damage, right? Yeah, pretty much. There we go. No, they're not targetable while they're down between the resurrection. As far as I know, they're not targetable. Like, coup de grace would be nice, but yeah, I can't actually target him. They're not a valid target until they get back up. So the best thing you can do is move into a position where you will definitely attack an opportunity when they get up. Alright. And... Evil Outsider Bane. Okay. There we go. Tripped him on the second way back up. Alright. Now,
Peace. Disappear.
trust me, it would be so nice if you could just coup de grace them. But, so be it.
All according to plan.
And we're real close to another level on the upside. Yeah, we're real close to another level, so let's keep pushing.
I'll go ahead.
Yep. Our people put up a hell of a fight and did everything they could to hold Dresden. So the best thing we can do to honor their memories. Yeah. Is to kick as many of these demons out of our fucking city as possible. Alright. Alright. Plus, we went ahead to One-Eyed Devil. Man, yeah, they built a barricade. They were holding it for all they were worth again for the Wardstone.
In due time.
Yeah, they held the Wardstone as well as they could. They fought hard for this place.
I am helpful.
All
Am I not?
according to plan.
Plus, yeah, but you can see that they did everything they could to hold the place. Oh.
Enemy approaching.
Smite Evil. Oh, a couple of babaos. Incubus Butcher, huh? Alright. Try and get them before they start running away screaming fucking dragon. It didn't erase it. It's just Golfrey let this place...
Simply business.
Golfrey was desperate to try and earn glory, and... well...
Forwards.
Because, bear in mind, the remnants of our army still exist. They're scattered, but they are still there.
I will resist.
It's just purely a case of...
Healing is what I was made for.
It's a case of we just now have to reclaim what we lost. And unfortunately, the other biggest part of this is, end of the day, the biggest problem is the fact that we aren't officially the commander of the crusade
Calculated
anymore.
risk.
We're recognized it by everyone who actually fought with us, but... Really? I just fucking gave her levels again. Are you fucking serious right now?
It's your time to cease to exist.
Alright. Yeah, help me out with the succubus over here. The incubus. Alright. But yeah.
Prepare yourself.
So yeah, Golfrey just wielded our army poorly. And where we would willing to help to hold the city and, make forays with our army, she wanted a huge victory to sell her name. And unfortunately, that's not what my army was built around. So, basically she just made the wrong choice.
Spirits demand your blood.
This should do it.
Alright.
I know what to do.
There we go.
I'll go ahead.
And remember, we also will hopefully find our commanders.
Interesting.
Oh. Hidden in the hay, we found... Wow, summon... Wow. Polar Midnight, Power Word. Oh, gods. Okay, for those who are unfamiliar, this is one of those spells. This is one of the most powerful enchantment spells. You utter a single word of power that instantly kills one creature of your choice, whether the creature can hear the word or not. Any creature that currently has 101 more hit points is affected. That means its active current hit points, not its max. So there are plenty of enemies you can weaken down to under 100 and just go, and power word kill. It is affected by spell resistance. Note there is no check. It is just, you have less than 100 HP, 101 HP, die. And 10 diamonds for resurrection. Oof.
What a find.
And this is one of the reasons I've been pumping perception on my
I
main
am
character.
helpful, am I not?
As it
All
should
right.
be.
The Half Measure Tavern. The one-eyed tiefling wipes the sweat off his forehead. Don't be scared, lads. We'll get through this. The walls are sturdy here, and reinforcements will come. You'll see. He notices you and freezes, opening and closing his mouth silently like a fish. It's been a while. The tiefling slaps his knee in delight. Commander! The wait is over. I'm not dreaming. I can't believe it. Fi gives you a friendly wave. Commander! So good to see you. We had a grand old time at your funeral feast, and we'll have an even better time at your homecoming party. Later, of course, after we fight off this scum. Man, it's a shame the half measure suffered so much damage. You call this damage? It's only a little messy. We'll fight off the demons first, and then we'll renovate this place so it's even better than it was before. I'm already planning to order a new counter, and I guess I'll renovate the ceiling as well while I'm doing the rest of the inn. Maybe I should change the floor too. Time to move. Yes, Commander. The tiefling claps his hands. Fall back, lads. We got nothing more to do here. Too much time was spent in the taverns, possible higher dungeons. Yeah. So we had a choice of... Well, we'll try and save Hylor in the dungeons. Basically, you get to pick one or the other. From what I remember. But we'll see. Yep.
That is not far.
Alright. I think you can only save one or the other. But we'll see. Maybe I screwed up and we can only... And yes, we have a level. Alright. Into the prison.
All according to plan.
The heartbeat quickens.
Alright. Alright, nothing too nightmarish here. Just a couple of babaos. Ivo! Fucking dragon! Yeah, that's what that's what I'm expecting you to say. Yep. We'll see. They at least said it might have taken us too much time. We'll see if that's true or not. Bravo to these guys for still trying to fight us. Yeah, evil outsider.
You are today's sacrifice.
Alright. Okay, from one of the random crusaders. Greybore. You know what? Slayer's advance to get you up to
You're in
there.
my way.
There we go. Yep. Bravo for trying to take on a dragon like that. Alright. Just move up. Alright. At least it's not us having to deal with the negative levels. Alright.
Plan.
Alright. Alright. We'll see.
Let's try this way.
And yeah. Alright. There we go. Nice. Alright. So 5-foot step. Yeah, go ahead and
Make
finish
your
him off.
peace.
Nice. Camellia.
Go for their hearts!
Indeed. And there's another heart for
You
you.
had your chance.
Focus on the goal.
Alright. Managed to save the Crusaders outside. Hopefully we can save Hylor. Oh no, he's here. Hylor the Pathfinder salutes you. Commander, you've risen from the dead after all, and not a minute too soon. I suppose this means I owe Anivia money now. I've never been so happy to lose a bet my entire life. You bet I wouldn't come back? Why? Healer looks at you guiltily and shrugs. Truth be told, Commander, I'm a practical man, and I never count on miracles. That doesn't mean I'm not happy to see you. On the contrary, I suppose a miracle you don't expect brings you the most joy, especially if it saves you from certain death. What happened to all the prisoners? Queen ordered that some be executed and that the ones who weren't rotten to the core given a second chance. Now they serve the Queen and the condemned, atoning for their mistakes, so to speak. Right you are, Commander. It's time for drastic measures. Nope, we did keep Hylor, so he did survive.
I'll go ahead.
So, yep. So our prisons are empty. Somebody tucked some coin under their bed and forgot to take it when they left, or couldn't without getting caught. And remember, this is where we met Arushale. Now, let's take a moment, now that we're sure everyone else is safe. Alright, now that we're sure everyone else is safe,
I am prepared.
let's do that level. 17 kinetic knight. Yeah. Yeah, that perception being 34 is very nice. Let's see. Critical focus. Not really. Die Hard. Disarm. I guess Hammer the Gap. Yeah. Well, no. That's right. That doesn't work right. Because Hammer the Gap is a physical skill based on your weapon, and Kinetic Blasts don't apply that. Kinetic Blasts only apply the Kinetic Blast damage. That's the trade-off you make, is your melee weapon is purely the Kinetic Blast itself, so none of the skills that improve damage on a weapon actually count towards it. You can increase attack and crit range, but you can't actually affect the damage. I'm a little tempted by wings just because that's decent. Actually, Iron Will. You know what? Iron Will. Because our will is one of our weakest saves. And let's go for bowling. Nah. Entangling. Infusion. So if I did use Mud Blast, basically it would... If I use Mud Blast, it basically entangles them for a round. Yeah. But yeah, Iron Will, because our will save is normally 8. So if we take Iron Will, that'll put it up to 10. Which isn't great, but that's still better than it could be. So yeah, shoring up our defensive weaknesses is not a bad idea.
Ready for anything. I
Kaurin.
shall not fail.
Yeah. Dragonair Scion. Her knowledge is... Yep. Alright. For her... Critical focus. So that anytime she does crit, she does exhausting, sickening, staggering, dazzling display, which she gets free for having dragon. Yeah. Improved unarm. You know what? Toughness. It's a little late to be picking it up, but plus 3 hit points and then for every hit die beyond the third, yeah. So it just gets her more HP. She already has Last Stand, so giving her more HP will be worth it.
Our duty calls.
Yeah.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Alright. Spirit. Okay, improved critical, yeah.
I heed the voice of the spirit. Will prove my
Arushale picks up dodge. Finally takes some defensive measures.
allow me.
Smile. The world's not ending.
Darren. Yeah. Oh, greater angelic aspect.
Oh, the waiting's never
Practice
fun.
makes perfect.
And blind fight. Nice.
You know what you're doing.
No mistakes.
Good.
That is not far.
Alright. Yep. So we've done that. We need to strike the Bell of Mercy and talk to the storyteller.
Time's not waiting.
Let's see. The Bell of Mercy was mounted... I believe closer to the temple? Yeah, it was mounted back over there.
In due time.
Honestly, yeah. Blind fight can be very much worth it. Alright.
All according to plan.
Blind fight, basically, because it removes the concealment bonus on a lot of enemies. So, like, when you see an enemy have, like, the blur spell or some kind of concealment like that, that helps negate it a bit. Because specifically what blind fight does... Feats. In melee, every time you miss because of concealment, you can re-roll your mischance percentile roll one time to see if you actually hit. Basically, you get to re-roll against blur. So, yeah. An invisible attacker also gets no advantage to you in hitting you in melee, meaning that when an enemy gets invisibility and goes in for a quick hit, you don't get that. You don't lose your dexterity bonus, so the sneak attack doesn't apply. And you also gain immunity to gaze attacks.
Focus on
Those are pretty specific, but they are still worth it.
as it should be.
Well, yeah, maximizing the chance to hit and the damage it does. More than understandable. But at the same breath, there are plenty of other ways. There are plenty of secondary abilities and situational things that can come up that can save your head. So, let's see. Let's head back over here. Bunch of loot that we hadn't picked up yet. Alright.
In due time.
Let's see. Bell of Mercy. Yeah, the Crusader's there, unfortunately. Yeah, the Bell of Mercy.
What a find. All according to plan.
Yep. Would have helped with them, but we're strong enough now to just clear through them anyway. So, not the worst. And we gotta pick up the treasure we left behind. Yep. Loot this.
As it should
A
be.
single gold coin. Okay. Yeah, just picking up the goodies we left behind because we were so busy with other. I don't mind the mounts that much. Mostly it's just in my head. Ivu basically is too useful to be relegated to the path of a mount. Like, Ivu I can ride, but if I'm honest, Ivu is not... Ivu has too many abilities that just relegating them to being just a mount to enable that combat, it's almost diminishing returns. Because you can't cast while you're on her back. So, personally, I prefer to have Ivu just like she is. But everyone's got a different way to play, and it's also which classes you are. Daring gets a wolf mount. Huh. Well, we'll see how it goes then. I mean, he's fast enough as it is.
That is not far.
That'll be interesting to see. If he gets it now or later, don't tell me. I'll be curious if I run into it. If not, well, there's always the next playthrough. Alright.
In due time.
For now, we managed to get through. Alright.
All according to plan.
Let's see. Yep. A Baylor Ravager, huh? Well, let's have everyone... You know what? We'll do protection from fire. Ah, okay. Oof. That sucked. And Paragon of Battle. And move in. Oh. Well, if you're gonna be dumb enough to stand right next to fucking my Slayer, go ahead. Yeah. Thank you, Greybore. Alright. Go ahead and Ranger's Bond. Then give him... No, not even. Aspect of the Falcon. Ivu. Let's have you... just move in. A Dominator running away. What's wrong? Fucking dragon! That's what I thought.
This spell eludes me.
Know your enemy. Check failed. Oh well.
Attack!
Yep. And my turn. Haste everyone. Alright. Hey!
This was not what I required.
And managed to trip me. Alright.
The spirits demand your blood.
Nice crit. Alright. Greybor. Move up.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Yep. And Arushale, go ahead.
I will resist.
Alright. Ivu, if you'd be so kind. The thing that's just gonna suck is he's about to, when he dies, he's gonna hit hard. Nope. Alright. Alright, Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice.
Damn. There's some. Alright, Greybor. The full combo. Give it to
You're
him.
in my way.
Nice. Now if I could only give him the Student of War ability, you just don't...
Prepare yourself.
Oh well. Giving him the Student of War ability...
Withdraw.
Alright. Okay. Ivu. Good work. Alright, Ivu, time to go after the idiot. Fucking dragon! Yeah, I know. I'll get up in a minute, I'll get up. Regen is an amazing thing. Well, every demon is scary when you're not kitted out to max and you're not a specialist. Yeah. It's one of those, yeah, they were terrifying. I have no shame in admitting that. And hell, they're still dangerous to us now. Help! Fucking dragon! Sorry, I love Frightful Presence so much. Alright, I'm up. That hurt a lot. Alright. It's really bad when you're terrifying the forces of the Abyss, you know?
This is my line of work.
Where did he get to? I lost track of him. Oh no, there he is. Okay.
You had your chance.
Alright, Rushley. You know what? Turn off point blank shot. Oh no, it is off. That's literally just as far as we can get on him. Ivu. Thank you. There we go. Oh, Calrin's dead. Oh wow, both Darin and Calrin are
Go
both
ahead.
down.
This spell doesn't work like that.
Alright. Took too long. Okay. So, I still had 2 scrolls of Resurrect Dead, so... Alright. Yep. And then... Okay. Everyone back up. Yeah.
As it should be.
Nah. I'll take the... Nope. It went badly, but it's still...
That is not far.
Nah. Because, to be honest, we're heading back to the, we're gonna go rest. We're gonna head back to, yeah. We're gonna head back here in a minute and rest at the temple. Because we need it anyway.
All according to plan.
I mean, I could use the mass heal scroll, but this will be more efficient. Plus, we just got home and having everyone together.
I'll go ahead.
Supplies for a short rest. Oh,
No mistakes.
come on.
As it should be.
Alright, for some reason something went wrong. Quick save. Because I should be able to rest. The game just glitch, or... Let's see. Okay. Yeah, like I can't talk with Anivia or interact, so... Let's leave and come back, see if that helps. I mean, games glitch, that's just the nature of them. Things go wrong. Okay. Either that or we'll just make a camp and rest anyway.
In due time.
Nope, there we go. Nope. Can I talk with the Nivea? No.
All according to plan.
Okay. Okay, we'll just rest normally. Whatever. Alright. Looks like we can't make a screaming omelet anymore. So, what can we make? Alright, not enough reagents. We're out of the roots. Acorn pie. Attack and damage rolls. We could do Demon Slayer. Cream soup with a snout. We got plenty for. Blazing parfait for AC. Cheese, crostata. I mean, skullberry pies. We still got enough skullberries. Yeah, we'll keep the fast healing. Alright, let's rest.
I'm trying to discover even the slightest flaw in you, Lady Camellia, but I cannot. Confess now. You must have one imperfection?
Just the one, but I take great pains to conceal it, Count. Perhaps we should take a walk together sometime, and I shall tell you about it. Away from listening ears.
Right. Alright. No corruption. We're just resting. Feel better. Alright. Now,
I'll go ahead.
to march on back to the capital. Back to our citadel and back to home. Oh yeah, Camellia. Well, she can't stand her because she's a dirty, rotten street, beggar. That is her absolute hatred of her. Camellia is, if nothing else, a noble in heart and soul. So, she views everyone who's beneath her as beneath her. And Ember couldn't care less.
That is not far.
So yeah. Camellia is savage to her. The one that I have yet to actually come across that I've not yet seen us have and hit is Camellia talking to Greybore. Or at least I don't recall anything too particular about it, other than him just noting that she's extremely strong. She's extremely better with that sword than she has any right to be.
I'll go ahead.
No, that's right. They did have the one conversation where he basically is like, you have way too much practice wielding that blade. Alright.
As it should be.
Hey! My little forested area is being defended. Alright. Alright. And more Crusaders about to die. Ooh! Another big boy. And it's a mythic version. Okay. Aspect of the Falcon. Ranger's Bond. Alright. Ivu. Yeah, you can do the prayer this time. Camellia. Let's have you bull strength, mass. And now I remember what I forgot to do was go through the spell books. Okay, after this fight we'll have to do that. Calrin, go ahead and get your martial stance up. Know your enemy, Yeah, no, go for the big guy. Failed, okay. Darren, go ahead and protection from evil. Alright. Greybore. Your quarry is the Merilith. Alright. Arushale. You know what? I'm even going to take the time. Sense Vitals. Ranger's Bond. Okay. Ivu. Yep, move up. Frightening Presence. And the more people we can send away screaming, "Fucking dragon!" the better off we are. Camellia, you can actually spend some time magic weapon on yourself and move up. Because Camellia is basically your buffer. He's running away screaming, "Fucking dragon!" And we're all just like, well, free shots. Alright. Failed the religion roll again. Well, getting damage in on him. Alright. Crusader going after the Merilith. Yeah. I'm going to haste everyone. So we can try and keep up with the Glabrizu here. I could switch over to Earth Blast to try and get... Ooh. What's his AC? 31.
This will hurt.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, he's terrified, so we're just going to move you away, Darren. And go ahead and see if you can make it fall over. I got some damage to him, at least. Alright. The power of having people run away screaming, "Fucking dragon!" Alright. Yeah, you go after the Merilith. Yeah, Greyboar takes one hit. Calrin. Oh no, this is a Ruchelet. It's a 5-foot step. And shoot.
Vesna, guide my hand.
Alright.
Disappear.
Nice. Ivu. Yeah, you help out with the Merilith. Alright. Camellia. Yeah. Evil Outsider Bane.
Go for their hearts.
Nice. Yeah, got some damage on him. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, really? Good gods, when these guys run. Alright, we'll let Calrin try and catch up. And probably a Ruchelet. Alright. I mean, even with haste, I struggle to keep up. I'm just slow in general. So... Alright, Darren. Yeah, because Darren's actually fucking fast. Merilith. Alright, she's about to trigger another fight. Like, it's clear we get up that we're going to trigger another fight, so... Here, we'll bait her out.
This is my line of work.
Yeah, that's going to just trigger another spawn of another enemy, so... Let's bait her into coming after us. Or at least moving into striking distance while we... Holy sh... Okay, I may have to start turning off Frightful. We may get to the point I need to turn off Frightful. It's just really funny to send demons screaming, running, "Fucking dragon!" I'm sorry, but that's what I hear in my head. Alright, alright. I'll turn it off. By the way, the funnier part is, I believe she gets a similar effect, class-wise. Yeah, because she gets... At 6th level, Dragonair Sign receives Dazzling Display as a bonus feat. She does not need a weapon in hand to use this ability, and uses it as a standard action. So yeah, believe it or not, Calrin can do the same thing. Ooh, she gets her next combat feat next. Okay. Yep. Because bear in mind, she's going to max out at level 10. Alright. So yeah. This damn Glabrizu. It sucks to be the slow one of the team. Oh well. Alright. As funny as this is, I'm gonna... Yeah. Next time we get to Ivu's turn, I'll turn off Frightful. It's funny, but it is just one of those abilities that turns a fight into a longer slog than it needs to be. Alright. Ivu, start looking cute again. Yeah. Alright. And we should be relatively fine. Yeah.
Forwards.
Alright. Darren, go ahead and take a shot, just because. Hey, he manages to hit. Bravo. And Greybore. Worst case scenario, we'll just finish him off.
This is my line of work.
Yep. Alright.
Make your peace.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, now when he gets back... Oh, no. Well, he's down. Coup de grace? Nah. I can still hit him.
A solid
Alright.
plan.
There we go. Okay. Now we start moving everybody back up here. Alright. The Marilith will probably be... Yeah. But yeah, folks, this... Alright.
This is my line of work.
Yeah, being able to terrify your enemies to running the fuck away is hilarious. But it does turn fights into this where you just gotta kind of go, okay, now everybody run back over here. The other major threat is that they'll trigger other fights, so you'll end up in an extremely protracted one that you're not able to overcome. Yeah. Alright. So it's one of those, yeah, it's funny, and make no mistake, it is tactically useful because enemies running screaming from you typically aren't that big a threat. But it is one of those things of, there are some drawbacks to this. And hopefully the Marilith's conquered her fear, so we'll be able to just...
Is my line.
Yep. We'll be able to just get in on them. Alright, Ivu. Yeah, we need to start looking cute again. Alright, Camellia, yeah. And yeah. Alright. Alright. Darren. Go ahead and Bone Shaker. There's some damage. Okay. And now I'm sure that if... Okay, and if she does start to trigger some more spawns of enemies by coming up here, so be it. Yeah. For now, get everyone up. And Ivu, yeah, try to finish her off. A familiar golden-haired healer brushes some ash from his sleeve and shakes his head as he inspects the pile of charred demon corpses. They were too stubborn to retreat. Their determination could have helped them in life, but instead it has only led to their untimely deaths. I regret having to kill them. Hal is the alter ego and pseudo form of the Golden Dragon. What are you doing here? I debated for a long time whether or not to interfere in Dresden's affairs. However, the words of the loyal warriors who remained behind to defend the fortress touched my heart. I was persuaded to get involved, and none too soon, it seems. Halasilex gestures towards the demon corpses nearby. By the way, do you know what happened? What happened to the cultist I spared? I heard that he became a healer. I do not know if he still worships Baphomet, but even if he does, I'm certain that he will bring more good into the world than evil. Halasilex smiles. You should be proud of yourself. You chose to spare him, thanks to your decision. The world now has another caretaker of the afflicted. Now, I won't impose on you. To the great merciful great merciful golden dragon, I won't impose on him to kill. That's my job. I have to get going. Farewell, Commander. This will be a difficult fight, but if you look within yourself, you'll find that your spirit, the spirit of a dragon, cannot be defeated. If you feel the desire to follow Terendilev's example, come and meet me in Dresden after the battle. When, if you do not, well, then this will be our last meeting. So yeah, we could have Halasilex, a golden dragon to help us, but we're fine. I have my own little dragon to help us. Fucking knew it, another rabbit Baylor. Knew she was gonna run us into something new. Alright. Alright. Let's start doing the hampering hex on you, you prick. Alright, made the will save. Alright. Calrin, just keep running up. Same with me. Darren. Yeah, go ahead and break her bones. Yep. Alright. Ivu just looking at her going, huh? Were you trying something? Yeah, that hurt. Alright.
Simply business.
Alright. Ruchelet. Yeah, start.
I will resist.
Alright. Ivu took the full hits and kind of shrugged them off and went, Yeah, that -4 strength sucks. Oh well. Camellia. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and just... Alright. Spirit weapon enchant. There we go. Alright. Yeah, almost there. And... know your enemy. Okay. Darren. Yeah, protection from energy. Yeah, protection from fire energy. Nope. Yeah, protection from fire energy, because we need it to... It'll last 10 minutes. Perfect. Because when he explodes, naturally... Ow. Poor fucking Ivu. Alright, Grey Boar.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Nice, a 109 crit. Alright.
Prepare yourself.
Yep. Alright. Evil Outsider Bane.
The spirit demand your blood!
Really? Yeah. I guess this is why I always get kind of mixed feelings with the way the rules go. Because it always feels like it will always bother me because on this, there's some level of me that's like, there should be some basic guaranteed hit. Even if it doesn't hit hard, there should be some basic grazing damage. Oh well.
Desna, guide my hand.
There we go.
It's what I was made for. And here.
Yep. Alright, Camellia. Alright.
You are today's sacrifice!
Nice. Alright. And Calrin already succeeded her knowledge check, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And that hurts.
Damn.
That is not far.
Alright. Nice. Okay. So. Yep, that's what Calrin has. And that's what makes her so devastating.
Missed me already.
Heal. Yeah, poor Ivu got fucked over. Nice. There we go. Gods, it takes 2 heals
Focus on the goal.
to be able to fix. Yeah, that is terrifying. The depths of HP on some of our characters. There we go. Okay.
I am prepared.
So we managed to get through that. And we're pushing our way towards the Citadel. And whatever the hell has taken residence in our...
In due time.
But yeah. We're not having an easy time of it. And like Hal said, this will be the last time he'll show up and give us a chance to become a golden dragon.
All according to plan.
But the path of kindness and mercy isn't ours. They haven't been kind and merciful this entire game. We've been respectful, we've been understanding. But just blindly merciful like a golden dragon? No. Like Terendelev was? No. Citadel. Alright.
As it should be.
And
That's
our
not
war room. The storyteller turns to you calmly. Long months have passed, Commander. But even while you were away on the other plane, I could hear your brave heart beating. That sound never stopped for a second. Finian laughs. You're a lively one, Grandpa Elf. Always finding yourself in the most dangerous spots. But I'm still glad to see you. Although you'd be safer tucked up by a fire somewhere. How have things been these past 6 months? The Queen showed us nothing but respect and fair treatment. After she decided to proceed with the crusade, many of us chose to stay with the unit, ordered to protect the Ward Stone until your return. It was an easier decision for me than for others. I'd encountered you in the Abyss, and I knew you were alive. But not everyone believed me. And then, yesterday, I had a vision. I was leafing through the pages that you had collected for me, and I suddenly saw the future. Not the future clamoring to be told by the page in my hand, but your future, the future of the person who first brought the page to me. In my vision, you returned from the abyss marked by new powers that wound that wound around you like snakes. Your voice made the earth tremble. People and demons dropped to their knees, and Iomede herself extended you a helping hand. but the only thing you were concerned with were the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Galfrey had taken with her. The storyteller shakes his head. I know what I saw is difficult to believe, but I am in the habit of trusting my visions. So I hurried to the citadel to lay my hands on some of Queen Galfrey's possessions, and tried to discern where she went, and where your banner is now. And do you know? It wasn't easy. I see the Queen's future and her past as if looking through shattered glass. Multiple visions come one after the other, distorting the picture. The Queen is in mortal danger, at the crossroads of her fate, and her every step may prove fatal. But I did not give up, and fortune smiled upon me. I touched her goblet and learned that where she is leading her army. Her Majesty decided to march for ease, a bold move, one worthy of a queen who is not accustomed to hiding. My, that is indeed a bold move for my dear cousin. No doubt about it, as bold as stepping into a volcano. Ease, that place sounds familiar. Can you remind me of the details? Oh, Ease, the city that hangs over the abyss. It was once the citadel of legendary rulers, the capital of Sarkoris, but now the demons are tearing it apart, making a mockery of its former glory. 2/3 of its magnificent streets and proud towers have collapsed into the world wound, but the city still holds on, just as Sarkoris holds on, defeated, but refusing to die. To arms, then! It's time for the final battle for Dresden. The storyteller nods. Yes, your arrival has changed everything. Attacked by 2 armies, we felt like a dilapidated palisade on the verge of being swept away by a giant wave. But with your return, we have become an indestructible wall that will withstand any blow. There's one more thing. The storyteller pauses for a while. In the shattered fragments that form her fate, I can sense your presence, and I'm convinced that the Queen can sense it too. No one can say what your next encounter will lead to, but there's one thing I know for certain. Queen Galfrey's fate and yours are tightly intertwined. Well, I doubt she's going to give up the banner easily. Oh. Something's shaking. A whole damn army. Oh no, there's too many of them. This is useless. We're done for. Don't fall back. Hold the line. An huge, oily Naffleshe is waiting for you with his arms folded. Here comes the commander, kids. So, Commander, do you like what you see? You've arrived just in time to hear your friends screaming for help. They trusted you, and look what happened to them. Do you actually think you can rescue them? Who do you think you are? You shouldn't have angered our master, mortal. He'll take away everything you have, your mind and your flesh included. You belong to him now. Who sent this army here? Well, we already know. That's Mustafan. I kind of want to go with the evil statement. But yeah, no. I kind of want to be the asshole about this, but... yeah, why not? Only I have the power of life and death over these soldiers. How dare you try to steal what is mine? Such bold words, so much ambition. I might even be a little scared. And this is the great heroine everyone is afraid of. Come on, show me what you've got. Earn the right to become my plaything, or die alone and forgotten in an unmarked cell. You are just a jumped-up mortal insect. You are nobody. No. I am the wind of change. You shouldn't have tried to stand in my way. Power rushes through your body, almost ripping it apart. The wound in your chest bursts open in a spray of blood droplets. The might bestowed upon you by Abyss and Arilu Vordlesh erupts into this world, and you pay for it in purest agony. The echo of your voice rolls over the streets of Dresden, spreading beyond the city, soaring up into the air, and is answered by a chorus of voices that seem to reverberate in every street and alleyway. But is it really just an echo? Or perhaps these are indeed the voices of your friends, rushing to help after hearing your call. After all, of course we had reserves. The Free Crusaders come. And we've gone into the depths of the abyss and seen demons and devils. So what's it say to be... An incredible silence suddenly descends over the city. It is broken by the solemn sound of fanfares that seem to come from far away, everywhere and nowhere all at once. All eyes are turned to the huge stained glass window of the city's main cathedral. It begins to glow with a soft light, and in the next breath, a lone figure steps out of the glass onto the cobblestones of Dresden.
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
There is no mistaking her. Iomade, the goddess who deigned to descend to the world of mortals. Your companions shield their faces, unable to withstand her radiance. The surviving demons quiver. The townsfolk fall to their knees. But the deity's eyes are on you, and you alone. I greet you, Light of the Sword.
And I greet you, Knight Commander. I suppose you're asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the World Wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone. And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands.
For a moment the goddess diverts her eyes from your face and looks out over Dresden, surveying the chaos caused by the recent battle and the manifestation of your power.
Goodness and the light of hope are not unknown to you, but you mix them with recklessness. And the power that feeds this recklessness is dangerous. You have achieved victory by uniting outcasts and pariahs. But where are you leading them? And what will your beautiful promises of freedom cost you? But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil, and defend Golarion, both from Daskari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness. But that is not my only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a heroine who has triumphed over the demons many times. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that is caught in a web of demonic deceit and villainy.
So, we're face to face with the goddess herself. You're right, but what can I do about it? I achieved more in my crusade than all the other crusaders achieved in 100 years, so if you think you're going to criticize me for using my power, think again. We're not so insidious or rebellious as that, nor as flagrantly disrespectful of her. We don't hate Iomade. We respect and understand that she has been a useful symbol, and honestly, it's by her blessing that we managed to lead the crusade as well as we did. We're not her enemy. Such heartwarming concern for me. Well, let's be honest, what's your real reason for coming here? That can be tempting to say, but the simple truth, maybe I did acquire my powers from a dubious source, but I follow my own path.
You may think so, but alas, this is not true. It can be, however, if you accept my help. In that moment, when my poor herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in a Lucianera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
The walls of Dresden shake again, and with a ringing laugh, a black shadow appears before the shining goddess. Not Tekula in the flesh. Standing beside her is Arilu Vorlesh, who stares at the goddess with ice-cold rage in her eyes.
Who here has been taking my name in vain? Ah, it's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Galarian. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
So, we have literal god and devil on our shoulders at the moment.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else. Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte. After all, the wound is still there, as far as I know. So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
Honestly, I'm not feeling sarcastic enough to honestly ask who's next. I'm ready to hear what you want to tell me.
Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the world wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
The goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomade? Righteous wrath, or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. Powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many Imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Silence. It is impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon, which has made so many victories possible, and only because she received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have, save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste, is it not? You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths, Nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that she is bound to the world wound, that she is slowly dying because of its influence, and that she is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told her that closing the wound won't save her from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the world wound will die along with it.
That is true. I tried to tell you back in Illusionera, but I was not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch two planes together as I have stitched Galarian and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
So, in other words, I'll die if I don't close the wound, and I'll die if I do close it.
It is true. Now do you see the perils of accepting a demonic gift? No matter how much power the Abyss gives you, that power will always be tainted by lies and misfortune. This is the justice I promised you. The right to know the whole truth, and not to be a plaything in the hands of abyssal spawn.
Just out of curiosity, Nocticula, were you trying to hide this from me?
Trying, you say? I successfully hid the truth from you for as long as I deemed necessary. Are you expecting me to explain myself? My goal is to close the world wound, not to grant you a happily ever after.
A fair answer. At least she's finally being honest with us. And not just playing with us. And what if I'm willing to sacrifice my life if it means closing the world wound?
Oh, how noble. For a brief moment, I even felt some regret that we demons are incapable of such lovely feelings. You see now, Inheritor, my little protege has more nobility in her than you expected. Shame on you.
This nobility is exactly why I came here. To help the Knight Commander learn the truth, and to show her that she has been used. Besides, I do not believe that you have been acting for selfless reasons, Lady in Shadow. Honesty and nobility have never counted among your virtues. You own the main source of Nahindrian crystals, and your servant Arilu has learned how to break the laws of the universe with their help. Can it be that the ruler of darkness and mistress of assassins has not conceived a way to use this formidable gift for her own benefit?
Accusations, suspicions, all completely hollow, just like your bright-eyed pretty little head. It's a pity you inherited Eridan's sword, but not his sharp mind. I have but one goal now, to stop the armies of that lecherous billy-goat and that gluttonous bug from strutting around my domain as if it were their own. I don't give a fig whether it will help mortals or hurt them. If the enemy of your enemy makes you a mutually beneficial proposition, you would have to be a complete idiot to say no.
Well, at least now I'm finally to understand the rules of this game.
Yes. The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise. The branches of the Tree of Sin are vast and verdant, but its only fruit is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait.
So Arilu's still got another card to play.
Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
With a flick of the witch's wrist, something changes in her, as if a veil has fallen, one so thin it was almost invisible, but which had clouded your vision nonetheless. Now you can see what was hidden before, a deep, open wound above Arilu's heart. The wound pulsates with blood drips from it. We pass the Arcana check. I received my wound because you, Arilu, implanted the essence of the abyss in my soul when you expanded the world wound. My question is, why do you have a similar wound? Could it be because you used your own soul as a key when you first opened the world wound?
That's right. And this means that the world wound actually has 2 keys.
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound, and the key was right under my nose this whole time. Arilu, my love, come over here.
Nope. Arilu does not look like someone who has been cornered. Without a trace of fear, she gives you a faint nod, and then makes a barely discernible gesture with her hand, and disappears as if she was never there.
Wait, I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt. But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Arilu opened the world wound, and Arilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first, and this will require certain powers.
Yes, Arilu Vorlesh will pay for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift, and secure your victory while being the person you were before Arilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal, and become a legend among mortals.
She's talking rubbish. True, we gave you the power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. But first, you must use it to close the world wound. You aren't going to catch this world's most powerful witch, and a half-demon one at that, with your bare hands, are you?
So, we have a choice to make. Do we keep the powers, or do we set them free? Do we release them? Before I make my decision, I want to ask Ayomede some questions.
Ask, and you shall have your answers.
You gained your own power from the Starstone. How is my power different?
My ascension was not accomplished in one day, and even the test of the Starstone was only one of its stages. I did not merely gain power. I embraced a sacred duty. Your power, on the other hand, stems not from long hours of study, not from trials. It is not the natural talent you were born with and carefully honed throughout your life. It is the result of an evil soul's deranged experiment with the blood of dead abyssal lords.
All right. Did you send your herald to follow me to the Abyss, or did he go of his own free will?
He acted on his own noble impulse, and I did not stop him. I also did not try to dispel his misconception about you being my chosen one. I do not lie, but both celestial beings and mortals can be mistaken.
So you was a convenient misfiction.
She doesn't lie, sure. She merely withholds some of the truth. For the noblest of reasons, of course.
Yes, I know. Both sides are just as evil when you get down to it. Do you know what happened to your herald?
My herald, my loyal companion, was captured, and now demons are using him to attack Dresden. They're holding him in the Ivory Labyrinth, Baphomet's realm of the Abyss. It is a place I cannot go, not even to save my faithful friend. For doing so would start an interplanar war. Right now, as we speak, Baphomet's servants are torturing the hand of the Inheritor. Tormented and anguished, he reaches for you with his thoughts and his soul. I cannot tell if he sees you as a great unfulfilled hope or a last chance. But Baphomet knows well how to exploit such desperate yearning. He has turned my herald into a source of power to open temporary portals. They do not last long, but they lead from the dungeon where the hand of the Inheritor suffers, right to your doorstep. Baphomet does not need to lead his armies through the rifts. Now he can send them right here. As long as my poor herald remains in the hands of that monster, this will not stop. I cannot say if it is still possible to save him, or if putting him out of his misery is the only way. I cannot openly ask you to intervene. But if you decide to do so, you will be helping both yourself and the one who chose the martyr's path when he followed you into the abyss.
Thank you. Though speaking of imprisoning, you did that to imprison entire hosts of angels inside the wardstones. Why did you do that to them?
Every one of my angels volunteered for that mission. They all knew what kind of watch they were going to keep. They knew that it would be a hard and exhausting battle, but that the lives of mortals throughout Golarion would depend on it. Alas, angels' minds can be as fragile as the minds of mortals. In less than 100 years, many wavered, and wished to break the oath they had sworn. I do not blame them. I blame myself for allowing them to take on a burden that was too heavy for them.
Indeed. And why did Arilu do everything possible to lead us to the idea that she was a key too?
The impulses that drive a soul as black as hers are beyond my comprehension. Perhaps she was startled by my arrival and decided not to bother keeping a secret that was bound to be revealed. Or perhaps she is up to some cunning scheme. Be on your guard. The architect of the world wound will surely try to bring you down. For if she truly is a key, then it must mean that she will die sooner or later due to the influence of her own horrible creation. And that means that sacrificing you is her only chance of survival.
All right. Thank you.
It is time to make your decision then.
And Nocticula, I have a question
If
for
you
you.
have questions, ask away.
Arilu deliberately led us to the idea that she was a key too. Why?
Apparently, she understood that her secret was about to be revealed anyway, so she decided to leave in style. What human female over 100 years old wouldn't feel flattered at being the center of attention? Although she could have other reasons. She obviously wanted us to understand everything and immediately rush off in pursuit of her. She's probably been preparing for a war of all against all for a long time, and now she wants to wage it on her own terms. Expect treachery and traps wherever you go.
All right. And do you know where she could have fled to?
Now, let's think. She's hidden in the abyss before. She won't dare to return there now. Not only to my realm, but to any other either. Even if Baphomet and Discari both take it upon themselves to guard Arilu personally, that won't stop me from sneaking in, slitting her throat, and leaving undetected. And she knows that. If I were her, I would hide in a place where the powers of her enemies were uncertain, and her own power was close to unlimited. I say you should look for her here, in the world wound.
All right. Why did you hide the fact that... No, because that's obvious. No, we decided to use Aurelia to close a whirlwind. Do you still want me to keep the powers I acquired from her? Nah, she doesn't care if we keep the powers. So long as the wounds is closed, yeah. Of course she's not terrified of a goddess. Do you really plan to use me to become the goddess yourself? I don't know where we were getting this from, but no.
Very well. It's
And I want
time
to-
for you to make your decision then.
I want to ask my companions for advice. What do you
Perhaps
think?
your power came from the abyss, but your beautiful soul has cleansed it of all evil. Don't reject this power, for you have already proved that you are worthy of it.
I enjoy feeling mythic power within me. But my life was perfectly fine before it. So it is up to you to decide.
Camellia, utterly indifferent.
Being around you is so much fun. The whole world is ablaze. War is raging, but even those who are on the verge of dying smile when they see you. This power is good. Perhaps it was evil before, but you have made it
Another
good.
for making it
Don't throw it
for
away.
Another for keeping it.
As a cave monster who's going to grow old and die in about 10 years' time, I can tell you this. There's no power in the world that's worth selling yourself out to the abyss for. Being the invincible companion of the magical commander was fun and all, but we don't need it. It doesn't really matter how much magic they've heaped on you. You're the commander because you have the heart and mind of a true commander. Screw your power. Don't betray yourself. That way, we'll win.
It's not my place to gainsay the will of my goddess, but the thing is, I can sense evil. And I don't sense it in your power at all. I just don't. Whatever those horned monsters had planned for you, you definitely aren't playing by their rules.
You gave hope to the Crusaders in their darkest hour, even when all seemed lost and only despair and death lay ahead. With these powers, you have saved countless lives, and you will save more. Of course you must keep them.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I shall remember this moment for the rest of my life. Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen. As for your question, by all means, tell her to go to the abyss. The power is yours, and yours alone.
I hate it when they corner you and demand answers out of you. But fine, I'll tell you what I think. With you, I've always had my freedom, Chief, so I'll speak freely. Be who you are, and don't count on gifts from nobody. You gave me the same advice back in Alashanira, remember? And I've never regretted following it. Maybe you won't have the powers you had before, but do you really need somebody's permission to do what you want to do? That's what it's all about.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by Arilu Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
Listen to the goddess, War Chief. And if you won't listen to her, then listen to me. You don't need these thrice-cursed powers. You're the strongest of the strong, and the bravest of the brave, even without the gifts of a mad sorceress.
I am waiting for your answer.
Quite right.
All right. What will we become? We have the choice of a gold dragon, a legend, or an Azata. Your soul got stronger, making your whole existence a miracle. You get new powers that can ascend beyond the limits of mortals. So we can either be an Azata, a rebel and fighter for freedom. The Azata acts on instinct and trusts in spontaneous decisions. The Azata easily befriends those who don't fit into the neat ranks of the official crusade and does not issue commands, but rather inspires allies to fight. The legend. One doesn't need to be a mythic creature, an otherworldly being, or a deity's chosen to become a hero. The path may be grueling and full of temptation, but the mortal who treads it fully earns the right to call themselves a true legend. The gold dragon is a mighty and almost omnipotent creature that possesses power beyond all others. The gold dragon is the embodiment of goodness, hope, and redemption. I can tell you now that ain't happening. No. From the beginning to the end, we know exactly what we are. A rebel and a fighter for freedom and good. The Azada acts on instinct and trusts in spontaneous decisions. At the end of the day, this is what we are. And from there, Mythic Iron Will. And Life Bonding Friendship. Yep. The effect of all teamwork feats. Choose and allies' hit points. So, whenever you have an ally who is also has his feat has flanking the same creature, your flanking bonus increases +4. Precise strike. Nah, outflank. The Blessing of Luck and Resolve. Hold person. Forced Repentance. Let's go Constricting Coils. And Primal Regression. Overwhelming Presence. Falls to the ground, prostrates, believing the creature's a cowering. Duration of the spell. Blessing of Luck and Resolve Mass. And yeah, Primal Regression. Nah. Overwhelming Presence. Yeah. Beginning to end, folks. We've been through it and we know exactly who we are.
I know what to do.
Perhaps I could have rejected this power, but how can I abandon my people and my dragon?
Your pride will destroy you, and perhaps all of Golarion with you. But I shall not intervene now, so as to avoid causing even more suffering to this world. Farewell.
Lady Aurilu's experiment goes on. You know, girl, if it is successful, I will immortalize it in my encyclopedia, and I will mention your name too. If that happens, then I suppose I'll finally have to try to remember it.
It would have been so foolish for you to reject your powers. So many victories, so many achievements lie ahead for you. Well, go now. Capture Aurilu, and prove which of you is making the best use of her invention. I'll be watching you.
So, yeah, we've been the same person we've been from the start. We're not evil, we're not that good either. But we are standing for the freedom of people to live and choose their lives and not die as just playthings of monsters. And even if the power came from a horrible source, we're making the best use of it we can. That's how we've begun this adventure, and that's how we plan to continue. And yes, it'll benefit a demon, but we've never been saying that. We, at points, have looked at demons and We're not here to aggressively kill them all and purify it. That was Gulfrey's goal and desire. So, Dresden is ours once again. But it doesn't take long to recall everyone. And we are named Knight Commander. We are named Knight Commander once again by the goddess herself. Yep, now we have to rescue the queen. And you'll see our city is covered in butterflies and mystic aura. It's overgrown. Ladies and gentlemen.
I tire.
Grumbling under her breath, Anivia picks a burr from her clothes, wipes the colorful alchemical goo off her sleeve, empties acorns out of her pockets, and shakes something that looks suspiciously like confetti out of her hair. Just look at this! You left the city at the mercy of the Free Crusaders, and see what they've done. I don't know if they're manning the defenses or rehearsing for a circus act. But I'm not really mad, of course. You all gave demons such a thrashing they probably haven't even come to yet. Annabeth would lose her mind if she saw what they'd done to her beloved barracks. I'll need to be the first to tell her everything. Ease her into it, you know? Prepare the ground, put things in perspective. Anivia smiles, either pleased at having banished the demons or imagining the reunion with her wife. It's a good thing you're not mad at me, Anivia. Wait, you see, that came out wrong. I didn't mean to say that I was the one who wrecked the barracks. Did everyone make it through all right? Dresden's still standing, kinda. Although who knows for how long, with these crazy loose in the place. They're as happy causing all-around mayhem as they are thrashing demons. Fine, next time we'll try to be more careful. No, careful is boring! Even the world is so boring that I keep forgetting it exists. Anivia waggles her finger at the dragon. You think just because you're growing bigger by the day, you don't gotta listen to Aunt Anivia anymore? Well, I have news for you, Missy. I turned off frightening. You don't get away with it, Ivu. Well, I'm just glad to see life has been restored to the city. Me too. You can smell in the air. Even it feels like spring already. Ivu turns her head and takes a decisive sniff. What's the situation at the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the Sword of Valor, and advanced on the demons. There's no word from her since she left, and perhaps she's boldly taking ease even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons. We don't know. And I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere, the Ivory Labyrinth, I'll bet, and they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units, and then closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I care to admit before we figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get one of those portals in time? You could be ready for them somehow, so that one opens, you get inside and crack some skulls. That might even be holding the Port Herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. Yeah. And how are you feeling after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I'd be surprised by anything ever again. Well, as you heard, I have to catch Arilu. Any idea? Not especially. She's been roaming Abyss all this time, but now that avenue's closed to her, Noctula and the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here in the Wound. Some nasty place like Ease, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. An entire army of demons enhanced by Nahindrian crystals are being sent here. It's being led by a demon named Mustafa. Do you know anything about that? Scouts report movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They are marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkorian Horley place there, I heard. But where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us for sure. At least, not yet. Thank you for the report. I'll be setting off without delay. Good luck, Commander. Let's do what nobody else has managed. Kick the demons back to the abyss through the hugest rift you can find. Only, you know what? No matter what happens out there, make sure you come back. My gut tells me that soon Dresden will be playing host to weird and wonderful folks from all over the world. Somebody's got to be here to meet them, and sorry, I don't want to be that somebody. Well, and somebody's got to show the regular Crusaders, not the free Crusaders, what springtime's like in the Whirlwind. In other words, make sure you come back. Nivea hesitates and adds a little sheepishly. And grab Erebeth and drag her back here with you if you find her, all right? Or else Desna only knows what'll happen to her out there. Are you finished talking about the boring stuff now? Let's go and talk to our friends on the island now. We need to see how they've been doing and ask them if anybody showed up there. Somebody we last saw in the abyss, and anyway, it's been a long time since Aranka gave me candy. We gotta go. It's important. All right. Commander. The Inquisitor greets you with a bow. I am sincerely gladdened by your return. I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It's a shame that my duty has kept me away from the front line, and I would like to take up a place in the ranks of your Crusaders. And perhaps I will have a chance to do so, but before that happens, we must address another issue. I suppose you've already guessed what brought me here. We parted ways after my discovery we made at Count Arende's estate. You and I both know the Count became a conduit for an entity, which I call the Other. I retreated to Nerosian, and they went beyond Mendev's borders, looking for mentions of such entities and ways to find them. And now that my search has borne fruit, I'm ready to tell you about it. So, what have you learned? I must be honest, I still don't know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents, individuals who, in a horrible moment of their life, became a gateway for an unknown entity. The most curious part is that all these creatures appear almost sequential. They happened in various corners of Galarian, but no two incidents ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one that has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateways on occasion. While I do know what this entity is, I must manage to find something of value. A Varisian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the Other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory. Her head was never found. But her notes survived, including the description of the ritual. I've discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic, and I'm inclined to consider this a reliable weapon. We can use that ritual to lure the entity out, bind it, and probably exterminate it. But to do that, I'll need your assistance, Commander. Are you sure this Other is hostile towards us? In all this time, it has never tried to attack me. I am certain that this entity is dark and truly evil. The evidence and my instincts as an Inquisitor are undeniable. Wherever the Other manifests itself, strange and ominous things began to happen. In particular, I'm positive that it is responsible for all the magically decapitated corpses. The ones that were found at Heaven's Edge after the tragedy and in Canabras after Discari's attack. In both places, some of the corpses belonged to civilians and other demons, and in Canabras, some of the victims were cultists. I am convinced that the Other is pursuing some interest of its own, and thus far has ruthlessly exterminated any who learn of its existence. And now that I know it exists, draw your own conclusions. What do we need to do? We must carefully prepare the ritual, then bring the Count Arende to the designated location. The ritual will lure the Other out, weaken its connection with the Count, and bind its essence to our world like an anchor. The last part is especially important. All the evidence indicates that while the gateway is active, the Other can travel freely between the material plane and subunknown space that lies beyond. If we fail to bring the Other with the ritual, it will either escape or, in worst-case scenario, drag us into its realm. Hence, we must lure it out, and then, I suppose, defeat it. There is one more issue, aside from the fact we'll fight this incredibly powerful and horrifying creature. The Other's suspicion must not be aroused until the very last moment, and this means that the Count must know nothing as well. Our best course of action would be to take the Count to the designated location without telling him the reason for the journey. Then we must frighten him and make it appear his life is in danger. The Other will believe that its gateway is in peril, and then, I hope, will show up to protect it. The ritual circle will work as a trap, but it is crucial, and I stress this, that we convince the entity that we know nothing of its existence, and that it is Darren who is in danger, not to the entity itself. Otherwise, there is no knowing what may happen, and I don't want to give our adversary any chance to outmaneuver us. Why do you think the Other will appear to protect Darren? The Count has been in danger many times before, and nothing special has ever happened. You have a special connection with your companions, Commander. You shared part of your mythic powers with them. They journeyed through the abyss with you and survived to tell the tale. I believe the other understands this, and must also understand how dangerous it would be if you were to become not a benefactor, but an enemy to its gateway. I'm certain that it will react to the threat coming from you, as opposed to ordinary encounters with demons and cultists. I'm sorry. Darren has lived this long, and owes us our trust. He's entrusted us, and he's pretty well aware that we know it. I don't want to be part of this. You're making a grave mistake, Commander. You're allowing an unknown threat to remain by your side. The other won't stay idle forever, but I will not insist. It's your decision. Commander! You look to see Melissa, the green-eyed fisherwoman for the village of Chili Creek. Her hair's a mess, and her face and clothes are covered in soot. It looks as though she traveled here in a hurry and met with a few dangers along. Help! Please help me! He's gone crazy! He'll kill him! Calm down. What happened? Do you remember Jernog, the cleric who came to our village years ago? The locals weren't welcoming to him back then. After all, he was a stranger who was preaching about a new god. But little by little, he became one of us. He went fishing alongside us, told people stories about the crusade. He told us about meeting you and seeing the queen, and the songs he used to sing. They just made you want to stop and listen. Eventually, the fisherwoman looks down, we came very close. We started to plan a wedding. My brother didn't seem to mind at first, but after we got married, well, that's when he lost it. He became violent. He threatened to hurt us. I tried to talk to him, but Melissa shakes her head sadly. We even thought about leaving the village, but that's when my brother found out he lost his mind completely. Marco is strong, and no one else in the village dares to challenge him. It was a miracle that I managed to escape, but my husband is still there. He didn't make it out of the village. I don't know what happened to him. All right, I'll help you. Thank you. I'll head back to my village. Yep. So we have another issue and another job to do, and so much more to do. But, unfortunately, we're out of time. So, we'll have to save this all for next time. Put the crusade back together and get our army marching. Push back against the demons, capture Arilu, and close the world wound. Folks, I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We've picked up quite a bit of power. So, I want to thank you all, and see you next time. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.